Okay, where are we and what are we doing? Well, the beta has just landed. It's just gone from alpha to beta, and I've noticed a few changes, so we're going to have a quick look at the menus and see what we can see. I went into my profile just to make sure that this was set up right and discovered there's a lot more heads. So if we go into default, there's, or at least, I don't know if there's a lot more, at least now they're actually naming them. And also when it comes to the glasses, a lot more got glasses in here now. Sports Shade Vulcan, yeah, they look really naff. Tactical glasses, yeah, quite like those. But we've also got tactical shades. Sports shades. Yeah, so there's a few bits and bobs in here. Also, I noticed that I had to reapply my squad URL. This appears in game. So
say again. Over.
I got my voice right. Did I do the right? Yeah, I chose that one.
Say again. Over.
Because it's not the same as everybody else's.
Say again. Over.
So that's changed. Then I noticed in video settings they've changed as well. I noticed one thing here. Look, it's actually telling you what your frame rate is whilst you're adjusting. Now mine's locked to 30 at the moment because I'm recording with fraps, but also they changed a few other things in here as well. So we've got sampling. Now this has changed name again. It was called fill rate in ArmA. What was it called in... God, I forgot what it's called in ArmA 2. But basically what it is the 3D resolution and your screen resolution can be run separately on this game, which is unusual. Normally you have to run at whatever the resolution is of your monitor. So if I drop this down to 80, can you notice everything got blurry? It's normally recommended that everybody run it on 100. There is, however, some advantages of running it higher, or at least there was with ArmA 2. Yeah, I'm running... Oops, I don't really want to do that. I hit the wrong button. I think we'll whack everything back on Ultra. Oh no, there isn't an Ultra for particles. Clouds, Ultra, Pip. Notice that was over this side earlier. Pip is the screen and screen. I like it on very high. Actually, no, is there an Ultra for that? Yay, there's an Ultra. HDR standard, otherwise you get too much. Bloom on Ultra. And your visibility is now over here. What's in display? So, full screen, yes. My 1080, so that's 1920 by 1080, which is my resolution. VSync enabled. No, we shall disable VSync. Interface size small, that's this thing here. Brightness, so that looks all okay. Now they've separated this off. Ah, this is nice. Post-processing, they've now... they allow you to alter different things differently. Because there are some aspects of post-processing I like, and there are some aspects of post-processing I don't like. Radial blur, I don't like. So let's try turning that down. Or is it rotational blur? Oh god, I can't remember. Actually, hang on. It's probably better if I do this while we're in game. Depth of field. I know I don't like depth of field. And now, isn't that strange? Div. SSDO, very high. FX Ultra, post-processing, anti-lasing. Screen space ambient occlusion. Reflected. That's weird. Don't know what that does. We've got some stuff to play with. Anisotropic filtering. And, right, this is the one though where I used to change. I normally like the well, in ArmA 2, I definitely like the FXAA. Now, and then you've got regular AA. Yeah. ATOC. Now, strange. ATOC in ArmA 2 I absolutely hate. In ArmA 3 it's not too bad. We'll have a little look at this when we go in, and what I'll do is I'll go into the editor and quickly set myself down so I can run around and have a look at things. Player, yes. Preview. Not expecting any performance improvements. And in fact, to be honest, I'm not even expecting much in the way of improvement to look. This is all about it's strange they're not casting proper shadows. There. Right, let's have a little look in the settings. Ooh, what's all this? Debug console? I suppose it is still spectator function animations, camera config. Yeah, I got some stuff to look at in there. So let's go to options, video options, and have a look at that AA and post-processing. Is it just me, or have I not seen anything to do with yes, shadows, ultra particles. I was looking for shadow information. So that's all set to 100. God, you can turn them above 100. Yikes. Bloom. We'll leave that on to 100. Radial blur, rotational blur. So let's put that down to 0. Wait. Down to 0. Continue. That's the blur from going from side to side, I think. Because I don't like that. Now, depth of field I don't normally like, but it doesn't seem to be having much of a negative effect. It's hard because, of course, I'm recording with fraps, and it's just me, or is that grass not casting shadows? Why isn't the grass casting shadows? Can't remember if grass casted shadows before. No, this bush should cast a shadow. And it is. Yes, it is. It is casting a shadow. Good. So, yeah. Depth of field. I don't actually notice much of the depth of field. Yeah, it becomes a little more obvious, but that's not... Okay, what I'm looking at on the screen is, to my right-hand side, there's a rusty container building. And it's in focus now, out of focus. In focus, out of focus. Because I'm obviously concentrating on what's... But now, it's in focus. Now, with... with ArmA 2, post-processing would make the outer few inches of your screen a little blurry. And this isn't, which is good. No, I don't mind that. I think we'll keep that depth of field because it's not all the time. I do appear to have quite a lot of head bob. See if we can go options, game options, head bob, off. Don't like head bob. Continue. Now you see my head isn't moving around so much. Yeah? So I dislike head bob. Makes you motion sick after a while. Oh well, enough of that silliness. Let's go and actually see what else they've changed. So if we abort, yes, and we abort from this, yes. So that's they've made some changes to the video options. Let's have a look at audio options. Now I probably want to turn some of this down because I do a lot of recording, so I'll turn the music off and I'll turn everything to about halfway. Actually no, voice over IP can remain max. We'll let that auto adjust. Okie dokie. Controls I won't bother touching. Game we had a very quick look at, didn't we? We got rid of the head bob. Although there's some things I never look at. Oh yeah, we'll not go through that. That's a little too fine-grained for me. And we'll leave that alone as well. We've had a quick look in the profile, didn't we? You see, Stephen Morrish, that's me, and that's my gamer tag. It picks up that Stephen Morrish because that's the account name on my PC. In expansions, nothing yet. Still got the field manual, which is, you know, There are some things... Should I have read my way through this? Probably. Have I? No. We had a look at the editor very briefly, didn't we? Now we're going to play. So we have multiplayer, scenarios, challenges, and showcase. So what have we got in showcase now? So we have some extras, because it was originally infantry, scuba, vehicles and helicopters. We've now got combined arms, commanding, night, and support. Okay. We go back. Challenges. What's challenges? Firing drill. That looks interesting. Scenarios. Nothing yet. And multiplayer. Hey. The ArmAholic website's been flooded of late with people updating their missions and their mods for the beta. So let's have a look at the filters. Let's get rid of all the locked ones. And we wait for it all to fill in. Having a quick look about. A few players on. Not many. You've got to wait. I have a slurp in my drink. Hold on. Sorry about that. Slurping in your ear. Serverless never refreshes terribly quickly. It's still loading in. Come on. That's better. So, yeah, there's no one playing there. So there's still, there's still quite a lot going on. I mean, that's a good number of players if you think about it. If we go back to the top, I was hoping to show how many servers had players on. That's globally, that's still quite a few players, and it's the middle of the afternoon. Well, it's the middle of the afternoon here in the UK anyway. So let's cancel out of that, and let's have a look at the challenges. Is there any more? Ah, you see. Course of fire. Course of fire. Green, red, blue, orange. Well, let's do. Okay, they seem to be getting more difficult. So let's do the first one, shall we? See what it's like.
Here we are. Welcome to our fine sport shooting facility. I'll be your range officer for today.
Let's turn the sound up a little bit because he is so goddamn quiet I can't hear a thing.
Everyone's safe. For your first firing drill, we'll do a quick run through of the basics. These drills were designed to hone your shooting and movement skills. As a competitor, you're expected to effectively navigate courses of fire and deal with any obstacles. Along the way, you'll scan for targets, engaging them quickly and accurately.
Wish I could have holstered the weapon.
The goal is real simple. Finish the drill in the best possible time. Of course, really, we're just here to compete. Okay, now, we're entering the green course of fire. Bring up and load your weapon. Make sure to observe strict weapon discipline and get to the start of the course. Pick your rule set.
Training or competitive?
Shooter ready?
Where am I going? What am I doing?
3, 2, 1, go!
Most courses are composed of checkpoints that you'll follow. Others allow more freestyle navigation. Next checkpoint. Depending on the rules, you'll need to engage all targets before moving on, or you can skip targets and accept a penalty. Move on.
Of course, stance adjustment. Well, if I just got to walk away.
Okay, time for some targets. Let's
Goodness.
start with just one for now. Checkpoint clear. Move on. This target appears later and does not stay up. Missing results in penalty time. Clear. Targets appearing at different times. Checkpoint clear. Move on. And multiple targets at once here. Checkpoint clear. Move on.
Well, this is a bit
Watch
of fun.
out for the no-shoot targets. Next. Targets can move too. Next. Your final time is affected by the penalties you've incurred and the bonuses you've won. Cutting corners isn't always faster. In the second lane, the concept of using specific weapons is introduced. In this case, use your rifle, but always observe the checkpoint briefing. Checkpoint clear. Move on.
Yeah, where is the rifle?
Check weapon. Check weapon. Check targets. Move on.
I'm supposed to be using my rifle, but I haven't figured out how to find it. Lovely.
Check weapon. Next.
Fortunately, I'm a reasonable shot with my pistol.
Check weapon. Clear. Courses sometimes introduce shooting boxes at some checkpoints. Engaging targets from these boxes nets the best results. Check weapon. Clear. Check weapon. Next checkpoint. Checkpoints may also define a specific stance to use, like firing from prone or taking a knee. Be sure to keep an eye on the checkpoint briefing when you study and memorize the course. We'll be switching weapons again for this lane. Next. Next checkpoint. Prone. He got you. Checkpoint clear. Move on.
Get
He
up.
got you.
Get up! Urgh. Bloody stance adjustment. Bullshit.
Next checkpoint. Stand. Move on. Target missed.
Yeah, shut up. Stance adjustment is bull. Oh, I missed them all.
Too slow. And there's the finish.
Oh well, I'm going to have to practice that one.
Course is clear. Let's try again.
Training.
Nah, let's not bother. I'll be doing that again. There was a bit on that where they said you had to be using a rifle, but I'm not entirely sure I'm bloody carrying one. But anyway, hang on, abort. Yes, I want to abort. That's my very first look at this. They've made some changes to the menus. It looks like post-processing says. Get my teeth around that. Post-processing, there's greater granularity of the adjusting things you can adjust. There are maybe some elements of post-processing you don't like, and now you can turn them off individually and turn things up and turn things down. For instance, I don't like the blur when you snap left and right. Now in ArmA 2, I don't like depth of field, but in ArmA 3, I do. And you can change them separately, so that's pretty cool. We've got some more content. We've got these challenges, which I failed at miserably. We don't have anything in scenarios yet. That would be single player. And multiplayer, we all know about multiplayer. The community is desperate's not the right word, is the active community of actively working on their stuff are all jigging their existing missions to work for ArmA 3 beta. Now, if you missed the ArmA 3 alpha, you can still buy in, and you're still going to get a discount on the full game price, but it is going to be more expensive. There was always 3 tiers of pricing with ArmA 3. If you got the game on release, it would be one price. If you got it during beta, it would be a slightly cheaper price, and if you got it during alpha, it would have been cheaper again. So I got it during alpha. I got it as cheap as it could possibly be got, and that in the UK was around £20. I'm not quite sure how much it is now it's in beta, but if you got it in alpha, you automatically get the beta, and you will automatically get the full game. So I think we'll leave it there. My very first look at ArmA 3 beta, and thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any comments and direct questions, I'll do my best to respond, and I will talk to you lovely ladies and gentlemen later. Bye bye.